when you're giving your 100% every day, and I don't think it's possible for any cricketer to stay fully fit and still give 100%.
Mohammad Zahid is coming on to bowl. Now, Saurav, this is a question that not just me, but not just Calcutta, everyone in India, even in Pakistan, I suspect, want to know. How bad is it and how soon can you be back?
Well, it's getting better. It was a bit stiff this morning. So we just still have 3 matches to go after this. So I thought have a rest this game and then maybe fit for the next 3. And if I would have played with this today and aggravated it, maybe I would have missed 3-4 games in future. So I thought better to have a rest this one. Then we have 2 days of a gap in between. And I think I should be fit by Wednesday.
That's a definitive version from Saurav Ganguly, fit by Wednesday.
I think so, and I'll have to be fit actually.
Here's Zahid. Sidhu thought there was a single there. Now, 247 today. I know you're not playing. You're probably looking at it from the dressing room on this kind of track, and you probably know it better than anyone else. What kind of score is 247?
Well, it's not an easy target because there's a lot of help for the bowlers on this track. But then it's not impossible. You've got the batting to come, and Sidhu is in form, Azhar is in form. And guys, if we can play to our potential and stay calm, I think we can do it.
Yes, tell us a little bit about the surface. You batted on it a long time yesterday. You sometimes get the feeling that the ball is just stopping and coming, sometimes get the feeling it's going through.
Yeah, actually it's a double-paced surface, you know. The odd ball kicks from nowhere. So it's not an easy surface where you can just put your foot down and play through the line. The ball is doing something. It's not coming at the same pace every time. It's got some bounce and carry. So it's not one of the easiest wicket to bat on. But still, then you got to be behind everything to score runs on this wicket. You got to have the guts in to do it because, you know, odd ball is flying, so have to take a few blows on the fingers or on the body. But then that's how this wicket is, and you have to play on this.
And Mohammad Zahid is bowling pretty well on this as well. Have you had similar experiences on any surfaces like these?
No, not really. You know, I've played all over the world, but this surface is something different from the rest. You know, it's got I'll say it's 70-30 in favor of the bowlers.
Now, for a batsman, it must be a huge bonus then to score a 50-60. It's probably equivalent to a much bigger score somewhere else.
Yeah, it's satisfying, you know, especially when you help in the team winning the game. It satisfies scoring runs on these surface where, you know, 4 fast bowlers are coming at you, and it's a quick surface and the ball is doing a bit, and it really gives you much more confidence after you score runs on these surface.
It's something I always wanted to ask you. Is there a relationship that exists sort of between a cricketer and a ground? Do some cricketers feel different being on some ground? You've seen Sunny Gavaskar at Port of Spain, Azharuddin at Calcutta. Do you just feel different when you come out to bat here?
Well, I don't know about that, but obviously it's a very pretty atmosphere, and it's like an English country club ground, and I enjoy playing on this ground whether I'm batting or I'm bowling, and it's a coincidence that whenever I walked in, I've done something either with the bat or with the ball.
You obviously want those coincidences to continue.
Yeah, I would love to, as long as it helps in India winning. I think I won't mind it.
Now, Saurav, a little question about your bowling. We've been talking to your batting so far. You haven't really bowled too much for India over the last 6 months or 8 months. Was it a bit rusty, just coming back here and bowling 10 at a stretch?
Yeah, I think so, and I think I'm feeling it on my body a bit today because I haven't bowled at a stretch 10 overs. I think the maximum I've bowled was in the test match in Calcutta against Australia, where I bowled 16 overs in one day. So I think however you train and however you run, I think bowling is a different body muscles are included in it.
No loss, we can go now to commentary and join Tony Coase here in Ramiz Raja.
So there's the comparison after 12 overs. Really doesn't mean that much this early in the innings, especially when India haven't yet lost a wicket. It's a good foundation.
It's important for Mohammad Zahid to bowl to a better length this time. Everybody knows that he is very fast, but then again in one-day cricket you have to be accurate as well to be penetrative. It was interesting talking to Steve Dunn the other day, and he thought that Mohammad Zahid at times is quicker than Alan Donald. because he stood in one of the test matches in England recently. He is full of promise.
Difficult times here for the keeper with the uneven bounce, and that's the second time Moin Khan has found the ball going through him for byes. Another boundary.
It's difficult for a keeper to stand in a correct position. At times the balls have tended to climb, gone over the slips, and at times it is just kept low. So it's a very difficult proposition for the keeper to catch at a reasonable height every time it comes through.
Moin Khan standing way back would be just about on the 30-meter marks.
By standing that far off, Moin affords himself the chance of moving sideways for an edge. Mohammad Zahid is pretty slippery, and so that is how one adjusts to his fast bowling.
I was just mentioning, as you can see, he's not near the 30-meter marks. My mind was going back to the match in Brisbane against the West Indies, when in fact he was. Moin as the keeper standing on the 30-meter line when Mohammad Zahid was really flat out, and he isn't quite that far back now, but he's far enough back there.
Can easily make out the pace of the fast bowler when the batsman is jumping around, and that is what Nayan Monge is doing. Obviously that is instilled in his style also, but again we've seen hardly anyone jump on to play deliveries. Srinath has been fearsome, but not as sharp as Mohammad Zahid.
Interesting development during the summer series in England this year, when they installed a speed gun, which is used lawn tennis. We've seen it for the Serbs, and this year speed gun estimating the speed of the fast bowlers during the series between England and South Africa. Interesting to see what he'd be timed at, Mohammad Zahid. There was a competition back in Australia in the early 70s, or should I say the late 70s, when there were so many outstanding fast bowlers around. Jeff Thompson, Dennis Lilly, the West Indian fast bowlers. Well, there's the unevenness of bounce. Moin going right up to take that one, having had one scurry along the ground for 4 byes. Indian scoring rate beginning to pick up now, so that scoring rate up to 5.36 runs needed off the last 36 overs, and they've certainly have reduced that. The number of boundaries in the last few overs. Moin letting through 2 sets of 4 byes, and that certainly helped India along. Not his fault, of course. 54 without loss in the commentary box. Harsha Bogley, and with him, Geoffrey Boycott.
This Mohammad Zahid, so many of us reckon is among the quickest in the world. Umpire Steve Dunn certainly thought so yesterday. We were having a little chat with him on the way to the ground today, and he thought he was as quick as anyone he's ever seen. Now he's running into ball to Nayan Monge. Certainly surprised him with one that came back very sharply.
Yes, I think Zahid is a little bit like all fast bowlers. If he just gets the rhythm right, It goes through the air quick, leaps up off the pitch, smacked Mongia there on the fingers. It's a little bit about just getting the timing right with your action. And he's bound to be a bit rusty. I mean, it's been a long time with that back injury. I just hope the young man stays fit. It's always nice, it's exciting when you get a young fast bowler comes on the scene. It's people on the edge of the seats.
It's interesting though, Jeffrey was talking to Saurav Ganguly, and just before we went on air, he actually said that he didn't think Mohammad Zahid was as fast as everyone's making him out to be. Now, I just wonder if that's because he's in the other side, he's trying to prove a point, but he certainly thought, having played Srinath recently in Madras, that Srinath was coming at him quicker than Zahid was, which is an unusual statement because he faced Zahid almost all the way through. That's just the batsman's point of view. He walks a long way back, Zahid. Any further down, he could be punching some numbers into a graphics machine. Lots of runs coming from that area.
Just slipped off the face a little bit here. He just opens a little bit as he plays at the ball, and so it slips off it through the gully area, and it's a little bit of luck if it goes to the gully or past him for a run.
There's 3 balls to go before the field restrictions go off. We can have far more people in the deep, far more people in run-saving positions. 2 more balls, in fact. Interesting to see just how Navjot Sidhu plays these last 2. It's a strange one for batsmen. A strange one for the wicket keepers. Already let 2 sets of 4 byes go through.
See, I think this was partly to do with his action and delivery. I just think that he doesn't get it right, and so the ball dies on the batsman. In other words, it doesn't come out of his hand in perfect synchronization, and it double bounces to the keeper. And then when he does get it right, it zips through with a lot of pace and bounce. Can be disconcerting for a batsman.
Coming through for a single. The last ball of the 15th over. Sidhu will keep strike. It's 56 for no loss. Indian worm slightly below the Pakistan worm just now.
He's been in Yorkshire this year.
He's bathing in sunshine. Here's Mohammad Zahid. Just as well, the call from Mongia was no. How many months of the year do you see sunshine in Wakefield, Jeffrey? First of all, how many months of the year do you live there?
Don't be naughty, I know I travel a lot, but when the sun comes out, I count them on my fingers. There are not that many days in Yorkshire. See, we're troubled in Yorkshire by Lancashire next door to us. They make rain and they send it over to us.
Last I counted, you only had 10 fingers, Jeffrey.
Now, very important here for India. They're just behind the Pakistan run rate when they were batting, but they have more wickets in hand, all 10. So they shouldn't panic. Don't throw the wickets away. Oh, well, there it is. That's a breakthrough. Just what I was saying they shouldn't do. I don't think he could do much about that, actually. It seemed to keep a little bit low on him. He got an inside edge, cannoned onto the stumps. It's a wonderful side for Mohammad Zahid. Yeah, he just got playing away from his body. The extra pace just forced him on the back foot. Doesn't matter how you get out, the bowlers will take it. Navjot Sidhu, 24, 64 balls. India, 56 for 1, 57 for 1.
This is the new batsman. He's in because Navjot Sidhu just played on to Mohammad Zahid.
Well, he's got a bit of pace as Zahid. He forces the batsman onto the back foot. They don't look to come forward so easily.
There's 2 days in a row that we've got Sidhu bowled Mohammad Zahid in the scorebook. Yesterday just seemed to be playing a slightly lazy shot, as bowled. It's well played on.
Well, you've always got to be aware if the fast bowlers are bowling all the time at the opening batsman, then they're going to get them out. It's a natural course of events. And that's what you want Zahid to bowl. You want him to bowl a reasonable line and length, but you're looking for him as a strike bowler. You're not looking for him as to bowl defensive. Oh, that's 6.
What a shot.
That's 6, I think. The ball stood up and he cut it over third man. He went straight over his head. Shortest boundary there, probably the shortest boundary on the ground.
It was very interesting to watch this replay. Not only I think he got a hand to it, he probably ended up catching it and running all the way on. There you are, he's got it in his hands, and oh dear.
Well, it's a great effort, but it don't matter. He's cut over third man for 6. That's all it says in the scorebook.
It's a long time since I saw Mohammad Azharuddin play a shot like that. Chipped over the infield almost as far as the third man boundary. In fact, in this case, as far as the third man boundary. Lucky break and a sad end to a great effort.
Wickets are the key for both teams. When you're chasing what is quite a good total at 246 for 9 by Pakistan, Pakistan know it. They can keep snaring a wicket, and India are always slightly behind the run rate. Then they are just in control of the game. By the same token, India won't mind being slightly behind the run rate if they don't keep losing wickets.
This is a wicket that Pakistan really want. Mohammad Azharuddin. Moments of inspiration in the field for Pakistan. It's 63 for 1.